Welcome in to the Joe Cronin Show. It's been a wonderful day today. What a wonderful day today it's been, huh? You guys fucking feeling it or what? Dude, huh? You fucking feeling it? I'm feeling it. Feeling good about myself. Feeling good about everybody else in the world. I feel good about, you know what I really feel good about are the fucking patrons. That's what I feel good about. Put them up on the fucking screen right now before their wives and mothers find out that they've spent the credit card money up. Because when their wives and mothers find out, because mostly men doing this, when their wives and mothers find out about all the money they're spending on the Joe Cronin Show, they're going to fucking kill them. I mean, let's be honest. They're going to fucking execute these people. So let's have a nice little solemn, almost like I don't even know what the fuck the word is. I'm Joe Biden at this point. Joe Cronin has become Joe fucking Biden as far as memory goes. You know what I mean? Like, I want to say the word reunion, but I know it's not reunion. I know the word is, it's not funeral, it's not reunion, it's like reception, momentum. It's like, the words aren't coming to me. And folks, this is what happens when you have brain damage or you're a tard. I'm going with brain damage because when I was younger, I really had a grasp of words. Like, I could figure out so many. It was unbelievable. But since I don't know how to, memorial. That's the word. There we go. Memorial. Look at that. It just popped into my head, It's weird. Like, I have all these other stats in my head that are there. They won't go away. But then words like memorial decide to go away. Why is memorial as a word? Like, why does that word go missing from my vocabulary? Why is that? Like, I can't remember memorial for some reason. Fucking dumb. But I can remember statistics like 100% of baseball players are child molesters. It's weird that I can... Some things just you never forget. Other things, you can't get them to stick whatsoever. If only we could drown everybody in the world. But like, you had to watch even though your turn was coming up next, like, at some point, my turn's coming, I'm going to get the call, and I'm going to have to go up and be drowned. And then, like, 70 million people are going to get to see that who are left on the earth, and eventually they're going to get down to, like, the last 500 people. And that will be disappointing because you'll be like, man, no one's really going to see me drown. Like, all these other people I got to see people drown, and like millions of people saw that. But now that I'm going to be drowned, only 500 people are left to see it. That's depressing. More depressing than the drowning itself. And I want to thank dildos.com for sponsoring this video. When you enter in coupon code CUCKFUCKHEAD, you're going to get $10 off. So enter coupon code CUCKFUCKHEAD. Go ahead. I locked the door because I didn't want the kids to come in the room while I'm doing this podcast or even come down the stairs at all. But I started thinking, like, imagine if I had a fucking heart attack down here. No one's going to be able to save me because I'm, like, bolted in here. Like, if I just right now just, like, grab my wrist and I was like, ugh, and just fucking keeled over and died, there would be no saving me because you wouldn't be able to get to me. Probably no one would know what's happened. So by now, many of you guys maybe have known about the chemical fire in the major problem in Chicago. I know you might have been thinking of gun violence was the major problem, but, it's not that. Not the dead black babies and children and people and other things. I'm talking about the fires in Illinois right now. The murder. The death. Actually, no one's died yet of this, I don't think. But they have evacuated the place. And they say this could be a major problem. It's owned by Chemtool Inc., which produces greases, lubricants, metalworking fluids, and cleaners. Chemtool Inc. Like the most generic, terrifying name there could be. Like, it could have been like Chemtronics. It could have been like chemphysylthol, chemphosphorus 4. It could be like the Billsburg Corporation. It could have been any of those, but no, Chemtool Inc. The most generic, terrifying fucking name that there ever could be. Chemtool Inc. It'd be like if a mayonnaise factory exploded and they were like, the company was Greasy Farms. I don't know what I'm talking about. It produces greases, lubricants, metalworking, fluids, and cleaners. Chemtool Inc. Wow. They think it's going to be a major problem. Now, do you think they blew this place up? Because isn't China having some kind of leakage in a nuclear power plant? So this is going on. You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to, like, The Hills Have Eyes type of shit. Because this smoke is so fucking huge. Like, this big fucking plume just fucking, BOOM! Just shooting up into the air. It's going to cover half of fucking Illinois by the end of the day. The acid rain that's going to come down, or the weird rain's going to rain. Fucking Evil Dead. I'm hoping for something strange. You know, you don't want anything too horrific. Sure, women could develop, like, birthing issues and become fertile or whatever. You know, people could develop, like, pancreatic cancer and stuff like that, but that's no fun. You know, that's not really any fun at all. What you're really hoping for here is some kind of fucked up mutation for all the people in the area, you know? I don't know what part of Illinois this is. Western, I couldn't tell you. Aurora, I don't know. Isn't that Wayne's World or whatever? I don't even know. But it'd be great if they just, like, a weird thing happened that wasn't too horrific. You know what I mean? Like we don't want, like, a mystery rash to start happening that's, like, burning people's skins off. Like, you know, like baby burns in the middle of the night from fiery skin problem due to the chemicals it was exposed to in the fire that happened at the Chemtool Inc. explosion. You know? I'm hoping for something weird, you know, like boys grow a tail. That'd be great. You know, like the boys grow a fucking tail. Or, you know, like a weird, or like a gigantic fucking freckle grows on people's, like, dicks. I don't know. I like something weird. Like, give us a weird mutation because of this. You know, like, nobody wants, like, oh, the whole town got COPD. Oh, everybody got lung cancer 15 years later. That's no fucking fun. We take way too long to figure that out. By the time all those people start dying of it, nobody's going to know. You know, they're going to go, must have been something to do with that Chem fucking Tool Inc. place. It's like, no, we don't want that. I don't want that. I want to see people right now start growing a third dick and stuff, as opposed to a second dick. Did you know people have second dicks? But yeah, watching the fire and the blaze, it's all too wonderful. Also, watching Joe Biden is wonderful. Joe Biden has been great. If you guys haven't, if Joe Biden doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Like, Donald Trump sometimes, I would assume, would give people, like, anxiety, right, because of how he talked. But, like, Joe Biden will, like, put you to sleep. Let's hear from the president. I mean, I'm tired right now, but Mr. President, please take it away.
To answer the first question, I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did do.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure some kind of fucking reboot happened right there. Some kind of programming didn't fucking work out and he malfunctioned right there. I don't know. Man, I'd love to see. Do you think Joe Biden still jerks off? You think Joe Biden still do you think he still jerks off? Do you think he can jerk off? What does it look like when an old guy like that jerks off? If they do. If you can't, I don't even know. Actually, I'm assuming they can, because I remember a story of, like, somebody, I don't remember who it was, but some horrific story of some kid being like, They had to be raised by their grandparents or something because their parents died, and like it was like scarred for life because they'd go downstairs all the time and see their grandfather waxing his carrot, which is, good Lord, one of the worst things I've ever fucking heard almost. Yeah, I mean, I did have a little promo for Buck Nasty earlier. I love Buck Nasty. So, the cocksucker. Here's a little Buck Nasty for you. I definitely think they should come out with a new video game where you can bludgeon to death people like that you hate, like that you hate.
All the stories of Buck Nasty's mother being a hooker are real, so she got AIDS and died slowly in front of her family. I hope Buck Nasty's mother eats her own shit and dies. I hope all the horrible things that can happen to a stage 2 pancreatic cancer patient happen to Buck Nasty's mother within a day. I hope Buck Nasty's mother falls on a lollipop and then shits her pants in front of the whole family. I hope Buck Nasty's mother is walking down the street and she slips and lands on a pussy. I hope Buck Nasty's mother chokes on a bowl of chicken while staring at herself in the mirror, pleasuring herself to pics of my dick hole. I hope all the stories.
Wow, I mean, like, listen, that was inspiring, and on a night where Monday Night Raw will surely give me AIDS, it's good to hear things like that. I mean, I don't even know how the fuck this is Eva Marie anymore. Sure, I want to come on those tits. Sure, she looks like she needs to ride something. Sure, I'm horny. Oh, fuck, Naomi's looking good, too. But is that really Eva Marie's face, dude? She looks like a fucking alien. That's not even what she used to look like. The hell is that? She looks like one of those Greys, like the Greys aliens or whatever from the fucking star system of whatever the fuck. I mean, what's going on? That just doesn't look right. I mean, and then you got Naomi's like, it's weird because I'm getting like pretty, like this area right here is getting me going. And then I look over here and she's kind of like dressed like a kid and that's creeping me out. Because I'm like, yeah, give me that. And then I look over at Naomi and she's like sort of dressed like a kid. And I'm like, ooh, like that, I don't know, that's weird. I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what to think about that at the time right now, which is now. Fuck off. Just about a week or so ago, Kyrie Irving stepped on the Celtics mascot, prompting fans to get angry at him. One fan even threw a water bottle at him. That prompted him to say that it's racist that a fan threw a water bottle at him. Because unlike white players and black players and Hispanic players from around the world and Asian players, when people throw water bottles at them, it's not racist. It's only racist because it happened to you. So it's racist because it happened to you. Even though the man was wearing a Garnett shirt. So why would he like another black man? Oh, could it be just that he just doesn't love you? Maybe he just really hates you. Now, should you throw bottles at NBA players? No. But Kyrie Irving is a fucking cunt. And Kyrie Irving, after stepping on our mascot, which drew criticism from Big Baby and fucking Kevin Garnett and a whole bunch of other people, said he's a scumbag for doing this. But the current Celtics are all too big of pussies to say anything. But the basketball and sports gods took care of it because he fucking snapped his ankle the other day. So Kyrie Irving, normally I would say, listen, I'm going to stop myself right there. Because you should never, it's not a good thing to root for someone to be injured or hurt. It's not good to do that. But in this case, I'm glad you snapped your ankle. You're fucking crutches bound goofball piece of shit cocksucker who fucks goddamn dogs on the weekend, all right? Go fuck yourself, Kyrie Irving. I hope Lucky the Leprechaun comes to life in some kind of like Pixels-esque situation or weird magic ghost slime touches the Leprechaun logo and somehow Lucky the Leprechaun comes to life. And I hope that he sodomizes all the people you love in front of you with a fucking cattle prod and you're forced to watch as he eats them alive like a fucking shark in the Jaws movie. And you have to stand there staring at him. Then he fucking ties you to the fucking bedpost, pisses on all your religious books, and then eats your dick first. Okay? You fucking crutches bound piece of garbage human being, gaslighting, race inciting for no reason, Nike swoosh with fucking little Chinese kids making the fucking shoes, fake piece of fucking shit. And by the way, the number 1 looks like a dick, okay? Has anyone ever told you that? The number 1 looks like a fucking cock. Anyone ever told you the number 1 is a cock? Shaped like a dick. And guess what? You have 2 of them on your fucking jersey. That's right. You're double dickhead. Fuck Kyrie Irving. I hope his fucking ankle looks like a fucking mongoloid's brain. Okay? I hope Kyrie Irving is trying to hobble around his apartment on his crutches tomorrow, and he falls down the stairs and breaks his pinky. How about that? Fuck yourself. I was thinking the other day about how funny it would be to throw a guy off a train. Like, if you're on the train, the train's going, and you open the window to get some fresh air, they let you slide that window sideways, and you just threw the guy off the train. Like, what would anybody do? You know, would they? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I was just thinking about what if you did it? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want it to be done. You know, I really miss Paul Mooney too. I'm really mad about Paul Mooney being gone. You know, and so I'm just gonna binge watch Paul Mooney videos. It will get old after about 30 minutes because but it will be fun for a little bit. Ruling overturned California's assault weapon ban was nutty, but it may be on solid legal ground. Well, everything in California is kind of nutty, isn't it? Right now, it's a lot of homeless people. They're fun to watch. California should now be known as the homeless state, and Texas is running out of the power grid because their power grid's like fucking stupid. So Texas is going to be the power grid state or the no power state. It's great. You know what I love is all the people that moved to Texas from California. Like, hey, we got to get out of this crazy liberal state that's failing and there's homeless people shitting everywhere. Let's go to fucking Austin, Texas. What? Why would you go to Austin? Why wouldn't you go to a Republican area? Why would you go to another liberal area that's going to turn into a shithole? By the way, the shooting the other day, they didn't really mention it too much because the guy wasn't white. If he was white, they'd be like, another white man. But because it was a black guy or whatever it was, they were just like, oh, I don't know. But they like shooting, though. They were like, okay, we got shooting, though. That's good. We're happy to say shooting to everybody. Fuck. Just leave the guy off the title. You know? If somebody gets stabbed and it's the right colors, they mention the colors in the title. But if somebody gets stabbed and they're the wrong colors, they either don't mention it at all or they fucking leave it out. It's very funny. If a white guy stabs anybody that's not white, even if it's not a racial thing, like it's just a random attack anyway, like for whatever, then they'll say white man stabs black man. An unprovoked attack, possibly racism. Even though it was like they were fighting over something, if the black guy was like they were like fighting equally over something, then he was like, I'm gonna get my gun, and the white guy was like, I got a gun right here, and then the guy came at him and then he shot him. They'd be like, racism led to this, or if it's a white on white crime, they don't report that either. They don't care, but they'll like if it's a white on white thing, they'll look up the guy's ancestry or whatever, and they'll be like, oh my god, he's 1% Native American. And they'll put in the title like white man, like they'll write like racism, troubling racism runs deep, as a white man shoots man with Native American blood. Like that's what they would say. They'd be like, white man shoots man with Native American blood or heritage. Why did it happen? Oh, they were fighting over a sandwich, and then the guy got hot-headed, and then he shot him. So why is it a concern about the Native American heritage, then? Well, because it shows a bigger troubling problem, or a pattern, or deep roots of take. What? No, he didn't care. The guy didn't even know he was Native American. He just fucking was an asshole. He knew. Oh, he knew. He fucking knew. Fucking J-Lo and Ben Affleck are back at it again, huh? Wouldn't it be funny if their love fest continues? Because they're sickening, right? That they're back together and all this shit. This bitch dated fucking Alex Rodriguez, like the biggest piece of shit ever. Like, I don't know. I hope Ben Affleck, imagine Ben Affleck and J-Lo, they go to like the carnival on the summer, or they go to like a fair, or something like that. And they get trapped on the top of the fucking Ferris wheel. They go to the fucking, does that thing where it stops at the top. Then one of those gigantic earthquakes happens, that happen in California, Fucking thing just topples over and kills them. Ben Affleck and J-Lo dead in Ferris wheel accident. There's an article you wouldn't expect to see, I mean, you can say, like, you're fucking ridiculous. But if I told you 5 years ago Kobe Bryant is going down in a fucking helicopter, you'd be like, go fuck yourself. He's going down in a helicopter. It's going to hit the side of a mountain. He's going to die in a fucking helicopter accident. You know what I mean? It's not that crazy to think that Benifer is going to go down in a fucking Ferris wheel, okay? Or they eat some tainted cotton candy. They're like feeding each other cotton candy, but they're feeding each other's death. Because it's like riddled with like fucking some kind of drug. What's that shit that they put in weed now? Fentanyl. It's like fentanyl and fentanyl-laced cotton candy kills Affleck and J-Lo. That'd be fucking weird. And it's like an epidemic going around everywhere. Fentanyl-laced cotton candy. If your kids want cotton candy this summer, say no. As fentanyl invades the United States in the cotton candy. Doesn't it just fill you up with pride? Fucking Kyrie Irving. What a scumbag. Hilarious. Monday Night Raw's tonight, which means most of us should probably commit suicide before that happens. We watch it. That'll be fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this fun podcast. Where are we at here? Shout out to the producers of the show, man. You guys make this shit possible, so thank you. We're all going to hell. I'll see you guys in the next video.